good, YouTube, man? It is your boy Solid back with another solid reaction, man. And today, man, look, Underdog and Larry Bird don't seem to go in the same conversation, but the title of this is the best Larry Bird underdog story ever told. So I have to see the underdog story because I don't think Larry Bird and underdog ever goes into any like that. Those two words just don't sit together right with me, man. So we're gonna go ahead and check this one out, man. If this is your first time seeing Solid on your screen, man, hit that like button, subscribe, turn your notifications on so you never miss another Solid reaction upload, baby. We're gonna go ahead and get into this one, man. We're gonna try to make it quick. I'm gonna cut the commentary down just a little bit if I can, but if I see some stuff, y'all know we're gonna get active. It's Larry Bird. Sorry, it's gonna happen. But let's go ahead and get into this and see what's going on.
You that once upon a time it was a rivalry in the 80s, even bigger than Celtics versus Lakers and even more intense than Celtics versus Pistons. I bet you wouldn't believe me, but for 3 years in a row, the Eastern Conference Finals was a dogfight between the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Long before Celtics Lakers, it was Celtics Sixers.
Oh yeah, bro, we're not even 30 seconds in and I'm already seeing a fight. Larry Bird about to swing off and hit this man. What?
I think in terms of two clubs in professional sports and professional team sports, really wanting one another and going after one another's throats, this is definitely the ultimate.
There's Dr. J trying to hold Bird. Bird retaliates, and
and look at
Jay hitting Bird as he's being held from behind by Barkley and Moses Malone.
There's no greater time in basketball that I've ever had other than going out and beating the 76ers.
And in the 1981 Eastern Conference Finals, they had a battle for the ages in what many experts have called the greatest playoff series of all time.
It was the greatest series I've ever played in my opinion, maybe the greatest series leading up to a championship that two teams ever had to play.
Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics were facing the MVP of the league, Dr. J, and the Philadelphia 76ers, the team with the best record in the league. And to make matters worse, Boston had not won a...
Bro, who got these high quality ass shots back then? Like, what camera did they use? Look at the picture, bro. That's clear as hell. I need to know who took that
team
picture.
With the best record in the league. And to make matters worse, Boston had not won a single game in Philadelphia in almost 3 years because the 76ers were stacked with a team full of Hall of Famers.
Well, start out with the Hall of Famers they had over there. Start out with Dr. J, Bobby Jones. Maurice Cheeks was the starting guard, became a Hall of
Bro, Bobby Jones, bro. Tough player, bro. Tough player, bro.
Famer. Caldwell Jones, the Boston Strangler,
Andrew Toney. Okay, these two I know well. I want to say I know a little bit about him. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know nothing about him. I'm not even gonna say that. So
Dawkins. Daryl Dawkins was like
Derek Dawkins, yes,
just strong and big, and they were coached well by Billy Cunningham. That's why they were so tough.
Just 1 year earlier, a rookie Larry Bird led the Boston Celtics to the greatest single-season turnaround in NBA history. One man took the second worst team in the league from 29 wins to a 62-win championship contender overnight. Unfortunately, the Celtics lost in the conference finals to this same Philadelphia 76ers team, sparking a rivalry that would have them battling for Eastern Conference supremacy for the next.
Bro, imagine going down, like, 'cause back then, this day, you ain't had no phone. You couldn't get on social media and see, stuff like this, right? And I'm hoping these are real. I don't know. They might be real. I don't know. But you got to walk all the way down the block. You go get you a coffee in the morning. Big ass fucking poster on the front. Sports Illustrated inside, sales here. Boom, you go inside. You on the front. They say, take that, Boston. You on the front cover. And they say, take that, Boston. Bro, everybody gonna see this. You don't even gotta buy it, but it's the first picture it's the main picture on the goddamn magazine. I'd be like, yo, man, give me the crate. I want the whole crate. I don't want nobody to see it.
In the following season, It was
Fourth.
looking like deja vu all over again.
So in '81, we win the first game up in Boston. Then you guys come back and win game 2.
Irving putting the moves on McHale.
And we play a really tight game down there in Philly, and we lose.
Philadelphia has been magnificent, and that game is over.
We lose game 4, and I'm like, ooh, this isn't good.
6 seconds to go. Boston doesn't call time. Archibald intercepted
Dang.
by Bobby Jones, and the game is over.
It's a tight one-possession game, and Bobby Jones does what he does, makes a great defensive play. That allowed you guys to win game 4 and go up 3-1.
The
3-1.
dreaded 3-1 deficit. In the history of the entire NBA, teams that go up 3-1 in a best-of-7 series are 258-13. That's a winning percentage of 95.2%. So the chances of Larry Bird and the Celtics coming back to win this series was at 4.8%. And for teams that go down 3-1 and win the championship, their chances drop down to 1.5%.
Bro, I want you to understand, you got a better chance. 1.5%. I mean, you have a better chance. You really have a better chance of getting hit by a car in the morning than actually winning the championship after being down 3-1. Like, that's what he's saying. Like, you got a better chance of getting hit by a Chevy pickup coming at you full speed. And the driver looking you directly in your eyes, knowing you're there and hitting you. You got a better chance of that happening than winning a championship down 3-1. That's crazy.
So at this point, to say that Larry Bird was an underdog,
Who put the
is an
shades on Larry?
understatement.
I wasn't the type of guy to take stuff for granted. 3-1, I mean, it felt good, but it was by no means a foregone conclusion.
A desperate situation for the Celtics.
Game number 5 of this Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics must win 3 straight.
In Game 5, the Celtics were losing by 10 points with only 6 minutes left in the game. And with the season on the line, Larry Bird took matters into his own hands.
Larry going to work offensively.
Give me that one.
An off-balance play by Larry Bird, who does every aspect. And McHale, they're going with their starters as Larry Bird on a turn.
Boy, see, okay, now we're going to talk about it. Now, because we saw it yesterday, and we're seeing it again today. All right, there's certain spots, I'm going to call them, there's your hot spots. You know what they are, man. If you're a hooper or you ever play basketball, a hot spot is a player where wherever he go to that area, he can hit. He going to hit 89, 90% of the time. That's where he going to hit from all the time. He going to try to find that spot to hit. Now, Larry Bird has a lethal spot. Now, you know, certain players had these lethal spots. Shaq's was the paint. Curry's is about 48 feet. He's lethal from it. Let me think of another player who has a. Okay, yeah. The Dream Shake. He's lethal with that. Mike's fall off, he's lethal with that. That fall back, you feel me? The punk fake, you feel me? He's lethal with that. James Harden with the step back, that's his lethal spot. Like, that stuff that he does, lethal. I'm really starting to think if he gets into this post move like this, that right there, that's 100% a bucket. Like, I don't even think it's lethal. I want to say it's massacre status almost with that. So you got to look at it and think, that's just how it comes, man. Look at that.
Larry Bird on a turnaround hits the jump shot. Andrew Toney's shot, no good. Bird the rebound. He's taking matters into his own hands, Kevin. McHale, though, with the offensive rebound. He misses. Bird. He's
Back up. Good stuff.
pointed out Caldwell Jones in there. Going to the hoop. Bird.
Hey.
Can't be denied. Larry Bird brings the Celtics to win the 1 point.
This clutch bucket was the last field goal of the game. Some defensive stops and a couple free throws later, the Celtics won Game 5 by only 2 points.
All right, here it is. 1 second. Boston up by 2. Trying to go to Philly for game.
Hold on, bro. You dropped the bag. You dropped the bag then, because you had 2 free throws. You're down right now. You had 2. All you had to do was hit your free throws, and you missed
Trying to
both.
go to Philly for game 6. Intercepted. It's over. The Boston Celtics.
That's crazy.
6 points with 1.
You're fired, bro. Dead ass, you're fired. You can't make 2 free throws, a second left on the clock. You're fired, bro.
To go, but Bird came back and the final crucial moments and did it when he had to do it.
And going in Boston, losing the next game, you know, you had one to play with, but, you know, coming into Philly, it's like, man, you have to feel good coming home.
Coming down to your place, I remember this is it. I mean, you know, game 6, we're going back to Philly.
Oh, it doesn't take long to get caught in this rivalry. I think it's one of the best rivalries in sports. You know, you go out there and you compete, and you know, you got to play so well to win. You know, it just demands a lot out of you. And when the series is over, I think both teams can look back and say, hey, we gave it our best shot.
They know that they haven't won in 10
The
tries here at
finish.
the Spectrum in Philadelphia, and that's why they want to go back to Boston, winning this afternoon.
We got into a dogfight. Back and forth.
Back and forth, exactly.
Back and forth.
The Celtics trying to break their cheeks here at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. They need to do it to force Game 7.
By the second half of Game 6, the Celtics were losing by as much as 17 points. But more Larry Bird heroics turned this game.
Hey, buddy, I ain't saying nothing, but you can't count, bro. That's 15. I'm just saying.
But more Larry Bird heroics turned this game into one of the greatest playoff games in NBA history. Because Boston stormed back and were willing to fight anyone that stepped in their way, even if you were just a fan in the crowd.
Harris with a turnaround in the lane. No good. Maxwell.
Ooh. Hey. No, bro. See, that's what I be talking about. Fans be getting out of hand pocket with that. I dare. Bro, yep, right back on it.
It goes after a fan. Maxwell goes after a fan.
What?
Bedlam in the stands here, and Bill Fish is over there. Someone said something to Maxwell, and he went in with a vengeance.
I got knocked into the crowd, and when I got knocked into the crowd, some guy like was saying something to me like, "Get back in the damn game." So I jumped over the photographer, and then it registered in my mind what he had said. As soon as he said that, I re-jumped back over and went into the stands with a flying forearm. At that time, it galvanized all our players together. It could have been all these people against.
The sad thing is he just walked off. Look, he did it, and then like you can see him kind of just walk off to the back. But watch.
All our players together. It could have been all these people against us, and we were going to go down together. And at that particular point, the great Dave Zinkoff, who was the public address announcer for Philadelphia, comes on when we're down by 17 and says to the crowd, "Tickets go on sale for the championship game right after this." Oh my God. Everybody looked at each other and went, "Are you kidding me? This guy already said that." And then it was on like popcorn then. We were down 17, almost before half. By the time we had our foot, we're in their behind after they were doing the celebration. We were down by only 5 points.
Tiny tries to drive. Bird, rebound, basket good, and a foul.
Go ahead and call it. Send it to the line. Bully.
Looping shot by Larry Bird. 23 points for Larry Bird, and the Celtics lead 84-83.
As Larry Bird leads the comeback with 25 points, 16 rebounds, and 4 assists, he once again hits the last clutch bucket of the game.
Bird out to Tiny with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Bobby Jones is on him on a defensive switch. Hollins on Bird. Larry Bird shot. Drops for him. Look at that shot.
This shot put the...
Hold on. Like, hey, y'all read scouting reports? Y'all read scouting reports. He just won the last game. Y'all read scouting reports and say we can't let him get the ball in clutch moments because he gonna make it. Y'all read scouting reports.
This shot put the Celtics up by 3 points. One defensive stop and a pair of free throws later helps Boston finally win a game in Philadelphia. Something they hadn't done in nearly 3 years.
Dawkins and Caldwell Jones, and that'll do it. The game is over. Boston has won. Only 3 teams have come back from a 3-1 deficit to force a 7th and win a 7th game. And the first time in 12 games, the Boston Celtics have defeated the Philadelphia
Sixers. What did we learn, bro? We gotta do better than that, man. We gotta do better than that. Scouting report, baby.
76ers.
And after that game, Kevin McHale called what happened next his most favorite moment of his entire career.
Kevin McHale, what is your favorite NBA moment?
Ooh, I would say 81, Game 6. We were in Philly, and we were down 3-1, and we won Game 5 in Boston to go 3-2. And we beat them on a last-second play where Tony's driving in, and we get a block, got my hand on the ball, and we win the game. And go back to Boston, and there's people like there's like I didn't realize that because I'm new to Boston. That's my first year being out there. I come from northern Minnesota, small mining town, played at the University of Minnesota. I didn't realize that Boston and Philadelphia hated each other sports-wise. I mean, hated each other. So we get back that night, and there's people. There's a crowd. I mean, there's people at the airport. And this is game. We haven't won anything. We still have Game 7 to go. And they were the whole city was like electric. And then Game 7 in the arena. When I walked in, I got chills because the people were all standing up cheering. 18 minutes before the game, we went out to warm up. There wasn't an empty seat, and they stood the whole game and cheered and yelled and screamed. No dancing girls, no nothing. And Oregon going, and it was the most unbelievable environment you've ever seen. The building shook.
I was at that game. I was at all those games. And Game 7, to this day, is the best basketball game I've ever been to. That was the only game I've been to, I've written about this, where the refs were just like, guys, you settle this. Guys are on the floor every play. There's 3 guys getting knocked down. It was like a rugby match. And I've just never seen a game like that. I don't think that game would happen again. There would have been about 20 flagrant fouls.
The Philadelphia 76ers, they have to be wondering about the fact that they had the Celtics put away. And all the Celtics wanted to do was win one at a time. Red Auerbach told me before the game, Kevin, it's not so much saying you got to win 3 games, but to tell your team they have to beat us one more time.
That was the championship game. Whoever won that series between Philly and Boston, and Philly being up 3-1, and you getting them back to Boston for Game 7, whoever won that particular night, we knew that either one of those teams, Philly or Boston, could beat Houston. So that was the championship game that particular night.
Chris Ford, this is from the corner. LarryBird, the rebound. That's what Boston has done to Philadelphia. Dominate the offensive board. Parrish doing to Dawkins what he did to him, but misses. But LarryBird, another offensive rebound. And the next time. Tiny to Ford. LarryBird, three-point play.
If anything could ignite a crowd and ignite a team, a three-point play by their best player, it's the safest way to do it.
And just like the previous 4 games, Game 7 went down to the wire. And with a tie game with 1 minute left on the clock, LarryBird.
Hey, Sixers, I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all do it again, if y'all leave this man wide open, knowing he done cooked y'all, the last 2 games, like scoring the winning bucket, and y'all let this man cook y'all again, bro, y'all need to go. Y'all need a new coach immediately.
Does what LarryBird did the entire series in the clutch.
Irving setting up for something.
Okay.
Fakes.
Okay.
Dawkins double team. Dawkins goes in, misses.
Gets it.
Here comes Bird out of the pack. Bird coming to the left.
Hall of Fame stop and pop, bro. He got Hall of Fame stop and pop. This is gonna be a pull up from the 3 ball, and it's in. I already know it. Hall of Fame stop and pop, bro. Hall of Fame stop and pop.
And the pass hits the top of the backboard, and it's over.
Bruh, I don't know why y'all look. Hall of Fame stop and pop. When I can tell you, transition Hall of Fame stop and pop. Watch.
Dawkins goes in, misses. Here comes Bird out of the pack.
At this moment right here, it's when this dude knew he messed up. I am sorry. I take a 2 any day. I'm taking the 2 any day. And especially if LarryBird's coming up with the ball. And I'm not going to trail back like that. That's just not smart. It's LarryBird. Why am I trailing back worried about him? We're going to take the 2. Call the timeout. We got 1 second left. We throw a lob, get the dunk in. We good. We going about our day. You gave him a 3, which puts him up 3. You can't come back from that. Nobody on your team can really shoot like that. You don't got nobody to deal with. Bro, you oversold that. You shouldn't have been that far away. He already knew he was going to stop. Look, he seen where the men was at. Also, it's actually 2 of y'all, so nobody picked up on LarryBird. Y'all just assumed he wasn't going to shoot. That's crazy. I knew that. That's crazy.
And the pass hits the top of the backboard, and it's over. They came from 3 of 1 down, and they have won the series. It's all over. It's all over. This place
That's That's crazy.
This game-winning jump shot helped Larry Bird versus a team with 3 Hall of Famers on their roster pull off the greatest 3-1 comeback of all time, because the 1981 Eastern Conference Finals remains the only series in NBA history in which 5 games were decided by 2 points or less. The Celtics won Game 5 by 2 points, Game 6 by 2 points, and Game 7 by 1 point. Each game literally went down to the last second. Now
that's a good
is
series.
The definition of clutch.
Because we did win a lot of 1-2 point games. It just seemed like every time you look up the clock, we had a 1 point lead and there's 1 second on the clock and they had the ball. It was them type of games where all the emotion, all the adrenaline, and everybody was just flowing and everything was just going to perfection at the end of the game. That was probably the best games I ever played in my life. It was a 7-game series and every one of them was just full of excitement.
Only 4 teams in the history of the NBA have ever come back from down 3-1 in a series
Cleveland
and went on to win the
LarryBird.
championship.
Cleveland.
Bill Russell's Boston Celtics
Boston,
in 1968. Hakeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets in 1995. LeBron James's Cleveland Cavaliers in 2016. And Larry Bird's Boston Celtics in 1980.
Hey, and every one of them teams is on go. The Rockets was on go. That was a good team. If we're being honest, the Rockets was a good team. Any team Bill Russell on was kind of just that was a good team, bro. You had Bill Russell. What was you? LeBron James is arguably one of the greatest players to play the game. I would put him 3rd, 4th, but I know other people got him higher. That's your opinion. But Larry Bird, arguably top 2 player of all time. It is what it is. You know, when you in company with players like that, it's decent. It's decent.
Yes, Larry Bird, in only his 2nd NBA season, won his first championship that year. So if anybody ever tries to convince you that a great player couldn't win a title in his first 5 years because he was too young or didn't have enough help, tell him that Larry Bird took the 2nd worst team in the league to an NBA title in only 2 years. No.
All right, man, that is the end of this video, man. I hope y'all guys did enjoy this video, man. I will see y'all in the next one, man. I know it's been a little different, a lot of different stuff going on, especially with, you know, me being out here working all the time. But once I get back to the house, it'll be a whole lot better. And hopefully I won't have to deal with this setup anymore. So I hope y'all guys did enjoy this one, man. See y'all in the next one. Peace.